Good morning. So I am on my way to my shop, and I figured, you know what? While I'm driving, I'm usually listening to a podcast or I'm listening to a book. So I thought, you know what? Maybe I'll take some mornings and just tune in and update you on what I'm doing, what my days look like, what it is to be a shop owner, a brick and mortar location, what a day looks like, what a business looks like when it's reflecting on its last 6-7 years, when it's streamlining, when it's principles that I'm applying and things that when I'm having conversations with my contractors, with my employees, what am I saying to them? And or my clients, even clients who are small business owners or who have spouses that are small business owners. I will spend my entire appointment time answering questions and giving them ideas, to the point that when we're checking out, I'm writing down, links, books that they need to be reading. I'm sending emails with, here's just to review, here's the tips that I was recommending, and really packaging my advice according to what they truly will be able to accomplish. Because it's pointless to give somebody direction if it's not applicable for them, their lifestyle, their strengths. So we really want to pick some things that are easy to incorporate, because then it's realistic. They're small goals. The same with dieting, right? Like if someone just goes cold turkey and has a complete change in their diet, that's wonderful and that's good for them. And if they can do that, great. But the people who can't, which is usually the majority, or just have a difficult time, we don't say can't, we all can, or we choose not to, it might be easier to say, you know what, let me just start to incorporate better foods. Let me start to incorporate small changes, because then without even knowing, these changes are happening and I'm starting to see results. Well, it's the same with the business. It's the business diet, right? It's the same thing. Incorporating small changes, things that make your life and your business better. So the question that has come up months ago, last week with a client, and then just even this morning, marketing, getting yourself out there. What do we need to do? How do I grow my business? How do I grow awareness? How do I, shine amongst my competitors? So the one thing that I want to highlight is you really have to, and I'm speaking from me having to learn this too, right? So I'm sharing experience, not just giving advice here. You really have to pick something that you do very, very well and you are excited about. Something that motivates you, something that when you get home, I don't like using the word passion. We always say that, like your passion. What drives you? I like what moves you. Because if you get home and you've had a long day and you're tired, when you start talking about your business, do you get a second wind? Does it inspire you and you jump up and you're like, oh my God, I have a great idea. Okay, I'm going to go look that up right now. If your business isn't doing that for you, then it's not that you're in the wrong business. It's just you've got to maybe sit back and reevaluate, because someone would say, well, we don't always get to do what we want. Sometimes we just have to do what we have to do. We have to do what's necessary. Yep, absolutely. However, there are a lot of people out there who are probably in the same industry as you, but that part of the industry, or that industry as a whole, drives them. And they're motivated, and that's their hobby, and that's what they look up, and that's what their Pinterest pages are all about, and they're active in it. Well, they're going to beat you. They're going to do better than you because they have the fuel, they have the energy to do it, and you don't. So it's important that you realize what drives you, what replenishes you, and focus on that. And even if it's, maybe just you can just focus on it a bit more than you are now, at least you're getting something. You're getting re-energized, because working for yourself is exhausting, and you're depleted because you're wearing all hats. You're the one that's accountable. You are the one that, if something has to be done, you're the one that, is not sleeping. You can't ask your employees to lose nights of sleep and worry for you. You can't, so you're the one. It just falls on you. That's just the way it is. That's why it's also very important that entrepreneurs stay together, because no one will understand. Family and friends will sympathize, but they won't truly understand. And you'll get weird comments, like the one that drives me crazy is, well, you just need to relax. You need time off. Okay. Yes. But as an entrepreneur, you pay for that double time. So, yes, but when you're away, all you know is that it's piling up. So you have to get yourself to a point where you can walk away from your business and know that it's functioning well. So it takes time. It takes some commitment. You can't be like, well, I've been working so hard for 6 months. What's 6 months? You know, when you start working really hard and it's been 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, let's go with 10 years. Yeah, then you know what? Things are working really well. You can start to reap the benefits. But in the beginning, you have to sacrifice. And yeah, a lot of people just, they won't understand that unless they've experienced it. So that's like anything, right? It's like anything. So that's why I find I try to change my words when I'm talking with someone who's expressing a concern or a stressor or something that is in a world that I don't, you know, I'm not a part of, like children, people who have children and talk about their kids. It's important that I say, you know what, I don't know what you're going through. I hear you. I understand you're upset. You know, I will talk about things, but I would just say, you know, it is so hard being a parent. I can't even express, like, I can't even get to say anything to you because I don't know what it's like. And all I see is that it's a full-time job that just keeps on going, and it's really hard. You know, kudos to you, moms and dads, who are doing a good job at this, because that is really tough. But to sit there and say, oh, you should do this and you should do that. Well, parents, that would drive you crazy, right? Well, it drives entrepreneurs crazy too. So the question that I was getting at here, the thing that's coming up a lot, is these are things I want to be doing. These are things I want to be doing for my business. How? And so my advice is find the small, which I can break down for you. I can do more detail as to what type of advice I actually give. But the one thing that I say all the time is, what's free out there? Just get started. Just start doing it. It's not going to hurt you. All that's going to end up happening is you're going to have content that you get to go back on and you get to show what you've been doing. So one example I'll give is my dad. So my dad is not, you know, a wizard with computers and social media. In fact, he's new to a lot of it. Some of the accounts I just recently set up for him. But he's doing a really good job. I'm super proud of him. He's getting on Instagram and he's doing it. So he is a carpenter. He's a tradesman and he has beautiful work, but he doesn't have anything to show unless you know the locations that he's done. So unless you're in his truck and he's driving around pointing at things that he's done and jobs he's been brought on for because it required like meticulous work, you know, and certain, like, just, he worked in Muskokas and Bracebridge. He did such beautiful, beautiful work. But people don't know that. He has a few pictures, like, when I say pictures, I mean, what do you even call them? Oh my God, I'm not dating myself. What am I doing right now? Exposing myself. I'm exposing myself. Cameras, when you actually had to go print them out, like Kodak. Okay, anyway. So, yeah, he has like little pictures. And he's trying to take pictures of those pictures with his phone. And it's hilarious. But it's like, that's exactly it. You had to take a camera, go take a photo. So if that is, wait for it to get developed. Maybe it was good. Maybe it was bad. Who knows? So if that's the generation that you come from, which even I kind of, like I graduated high school and I had a camera, right? And it wasn't on my phone. So I kind of am in that same, sometimes mindset where it's like, I'm not used to just taking pictures of everything. But he's doing really well. I said, just start documenting what you're doing. What's it going to hurt you? How's it going to hurt you? What's it going to cost you? It's free. So advice that I'll give in many other websites, you know, advertisements, phone numbers, getting your information out there, sharing things. What's free? What can you do, or what can you do at a very minimal cost? And sometimes there's little. Oh, see, here I am. My neighborhood has very narrow streets and a ton of kids. There we go. Beautiful Audi, nice. So these are things you can do right now. You shouldn't need any help. You can just, you know, watch a YouTube thing. Another thing I'm learning is how much information's out there on YouTube. I'm the type that always would have to go figure things out. Tinker, go get a book, a 1, 2, 3. And now YouTube, it's just like, if you're not sure how to do something, just YouTube it. So if you're not sure how to post an ad on Facebook, YouTube it. There's many, many people who are very skilled and will teach you step by step exactly how to do it. Opening an Instagram account. Heck, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. Opening a Facebook account, starting a Facebook account, making a business page for Facebook. That's all free information. It's there. So just get started. If you really, really want to do something better for your business, or even just start a business, there are many tools out there that are free. So get started right now. Don't overthink it. And again, I'm talking to myself. I hope I'm hearing this. Don't overthink it. Just get started. So let's say, this is what's happening again, back to the example with my father. Let's say that 6 months from now, he says, okay, well, I really want to get more serious about the marketing. I want to do some collaborations, or I want to put out a promotion, or I want to, whatever it is he wants to do. These last 6 months, every time he puts in a new floor, or puts on, or has a trick about something, or shows a really interesting tool that gets the job done, just his everyday sharing what he's doing, his skill set, little challenges, little roadblocks you run into every day. By just documenting that and sharing that, he's now become more of a credible source. He has a portfolio he didn't even realize he was creating. You always get better. So even if you're kind of critical of your photos and what you're posting, they'll get better. It's fun even to scroll down and to see what you've put out there, a year ago, and look at what you're doing now. They just get better. You get better. So you have to believe that you will get better. And yeah, so just keep working at it every day. And then once you're, sitting down with a mentor, sitting down with a colleague, or, you're getting a little bit more serious about it, you have this, he's not, okay. You have this record of what you've been doing, and you have content. So now someone wants to hire you, and they're saying, okay, well, are you the guy for the job? Here you go. Here he is. Oh, what do you know? He has a presence online. Look at all the work he's been doing. How interesting. So I can't stress it enough. I've said it before. I've even made other content, and I've talked about just getting started and using things that are free and at your disposal. And I don't even post it. So what am I? Don't even listen to me right now. Seriously. But it's valuable advice, and it's not difficult, but as, I don't know, what's human nature, I don't know what it is, we'll often know something, but we'll take forever to apply it. Or it's fear, your fear of putting yourself out there. I think for me, I'll do something, and I always regret it. I'm like, oh, why did I do that? So it's a little bit of fear of putting myself out there, but at the same time, it's kind of selfish not to put myself out there, because I am, in fact, asked on a regular basis for advice. Not that I know everything, but I have experience, and I can share it. And then, there's people who are doing much, incredible things, far better than me, and I don't look at them weird. I don't, when they are putting themselves out there and they're sharing just valuable, tips, content, I'm grateful. So someone who's just starting out, hey, if I can help, if I can if I can motivate, that's what I do actually more so. I motivate other people, and I'm like, I need someone to motivate me, which also takes effort, because you got to network yourself and get to know people. So I've been doing that a little bit more the last couple years in the industry. Sometimes you're a little bit more content in your business. You're more open to just socialize and talk and collaborate and truly be more active in your community, kind of like you did your first year. So my first 6 months planning the business and getting the business started, that was probably my best time ever. That was so good. Yeah, you really make some really interesting connections that I still have today. So yes, that's it. I'm getting kind of going on here. Just get started. Get your free access, free memberships, free accounts. Just get started, and then we can talk about what you're going to do with that content. And then again, like I mentioned, my father's experience in 3 months, in 6 months, while you're sorting things out, while you're creating budgets, while you're doing your target market research, every day you're documenting. And then you can streamline it later. You can go through and decide what works, what doesn't. That's fine. But you're also then getting better and more comfortable. So that's what I'm doing today. So I am trying to listen to my own advice and the advice that others have given to me. And here I am. You might not love it. It might be annoying. I don't know. Well, you can let me know what you think of it. And true to myself, I will, of course, what I'm mentioning right now and things that I'm talking about, I will start to give you some real practical, tangible tools. That way you're not overwhelmed and saying, well, that's great. I've done this. Now what? So we'll keep working at it, but I'm just tuning in. Oh, that's Raffy in the back. She had cysts removed from her ear, 3 of them. One has a cancer scare, and the one there's like these cells that are difficult to get rid of and whatnot. So they had to cut out stuff. And then the other 2 were just big, awful lumps. So while the ear was open, they just cleared it all out. And then she had another one, a little bum cyst. And then she had 2 on her elbow, little guys that had to go. She's a boxer. Yeah, here we are for you, boxer. They get lumps and bumps and weird things, and she's getting older, but we've done a little bit. So we hope we'll keep you posted how Raph is doing. Okay, have a great day. I'm gonna go into the shop. I'll probably, document a little bit more in there too. So you'll be hearing from me. You get started, and I'll keep posting. Okay. Have a good day.